Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay.
Hey, it's Gabby the Game Night here, and I'm back playing some more Phoenix Wright's turn back in Fantasy. He is playing, and I think a monkey's a soul badge.
And remember to look your best and love everybody there.
So I guess we gotta go find the monkey.
Yes, look your best and love everybody there.
Ah, yes, we gotta talk about the monkey.
The monkey is called Money? Yes. Well, the rich ape just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get it back? I'll see what I can do. Even if I have money problems. Even I have money problems. Yeah? It's tough being an Irish pirate. Whenever money sees something shiny, he takes it back home. My apologies to all the Irish viewers.
Especially all the Irish pirate viewers.
Oh no, fuck them. I'm kidding. That's pretty funny. Oh, well, I guess I'll just have to find out where money disappeared to. I think that's your best bet. You should probably ask Uncle Mo. He might know. I don't know where that accent just went. Huh? You don't know? Well, money isn't exactly someone I'm on friendly terms with. What? He's not really the kind of animal I work with, even if he does need taming. Oh, I see. Go to Moe's. I guess it is time that I revisit that kooky clown. Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben? Ben? You mean the guy that is always hanging around with Trilo?
You mean that guy with the watch that lets him turn into aliens?
What do you mean, hanging around? Well, he was there when Trilo told me that he was in love with me. Trilo told you he was in love with you. Yes, he did. Kinda cute, don't you think? He's so smart, and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him.
I hate this case so much.
But what's about Ben? What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trilo. Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of the circus. Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Proposed to? No, that won't be for a while. Huh? Really? That's strange, isn't it, Nick? Yeah, Max and Trilo both said otherwise. They said they asked for her hand in marriage. Ah, but Max only talked to the ringmaster about it. I forgot about that. He asked the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly. So I guess Trilo hasn't asked her directly yet. What? He's going to propose to me? I'm so confused. How about you, Maya? Uh-huh. What? Who do you think I should go for, Max or Trilo?
Neither.
Wait. You do realize that Trilo is a puppet? I don't care that he's a bit stiff. Oh boy.
Anyway, let's go find the monkey, because that's what actually matters.
Aren't we supposed to go talk to the clown, though?
Let's go find the clown.
I mean, that's what I said.
December 28th, Lodging House, Plaza.
Did you just go Plaza?
Look, I was already in the middle of saying the word.
Huh? Detective Gumshoe took off already. Yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier.
We ditched him like 3 times.
Left him standing there, went out for lunch, went home, took a nap.
Came back, he's still there.
Tried a few more cases, came back, he's just standing there. I bet he and the other cops got lonely, or got lonely, and headed back to the precinct.
Okay. Anyway, let's go see Mo. How you doing, Mo? December 28th, Lodging House, first floor, Mo's room.
Oh, why? If it isn't Mr. Wright all the time! It's alright to be wrong every now and again, right? See, Nick, it just took a while for the joke to find its audience. So what can I do for you? Did you remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair, or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it. We're going to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we? Ha! You know I put a whoopee cushion on the chair! You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you? I'm dead inside. So, about Regina. Regina is such a pure, innocent child. She's such a cutie, too. She was born and raised in the circus, you know. But that means she doesn't really know much about the world outside the big top. Sounds like Pearly. For her, every child's dream of the circus is her everyday reality. She lives in a dream world. She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. The funny thing is, that all seems normal to her because it is her everyday life. I guess that explains why she thinks she can marry a ventriloquist puppet. Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply without complications. Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money? Ha! Yes, Money. He stole my attorney's badge. Well, Money does love shiny objects. It makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him. Why is that? Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, right? Exactly! Bravo! Bravo! Enough joking around, though. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family. And who does he belong to? I'll be happy to take you to where his owner is staying. You mean right now? Of course. Shall we go? Should we go with him now or wait a while?
Now let's go, wait a while, have some lunch, do some more cases, then come back. December 20th, lodging house, 3rd floor, Aqua's room.
You're doing this for us, right?
I can try. I might only have one.
This is it! What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room. Acro? He's an acrobat. It seems like he's not around today. That's a big pile of junk over in the corner.
Yeah, I don't have to do his voice.
I don't think it'd be wrong to assume that Phineas's stuff is over there too. Just be careful to make sure you've got the right stuff. Thanks, Mo. See you later. I don't know why she got so excited there for a second. Money the monkey added to the quote. Now we're carrying a monkey around our back pocket.
Took the whole monkey.
Holy cow! There's a fork and a mirror. Everything's shiny.
How did the monkey take all this?
There's even a really cheap-looking knockoff wristwatch. Look at this. It's a trophy, and it's really heavy. Nick, I found it. Your badge. It's right here.
Yay.
Thanks. You really saved me. Huh? What's the matter? Did you find something? Yeah. Check this out. It's a ring. There's something engraved on it. From T to R. So we just steal rings.
Yep.
I mean, it's cheap at least. Well, I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation. Do you think we'll win in court tomorrow?
No.
Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow.
Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow.
Mo, and maybe the puppet.
And maybe the puppet.
Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got a magician on our side. That's good, because we might need some magic tomorrow. Okay, well, thanks for watching this episode of Gabby the Game Night.
Apparently, we've sort of gone 10 minutes long on the last episode.
That was your call.
Oh, well.
I guess you could edit this into that one if you really wanted to. That's totally what I would do.
Nah. Because the Irish pirate boy sounds different.
But we didn't tell everybody it's been a while between recordings.
It's always been a while. Except when it hasn't.
It was December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court Defendant's Lobby again.
Number 5.
Is alive? Okay, which voice am I doing for Max right now?
Well, he doesn't look southern right now. Shaky magician.
Good morning, Max.
And usually his words will have the accent to them.
Max. Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties! What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It wouldn't be right. I mean, funny, but no, it wouldn't be right. I'm right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay.
And also, you literally can't
Oh,
fly.
sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom?
I think we should do it.
I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously.
Then he flew into the courtroom.
That look on Maya's face, that's the thumbnail.
December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court, Code 02. It's a phoenix. Oh, I said something.
I didn't press. I'm not pressing anything.
Things are happening. What?
Your Honor, can we get on with it?
Sorry, I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns.
So.
Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica?
Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name.
You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. Sounds more friendly.
I wonder if that is to our advantage.
Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please.
I hope you did the bars are sinking. You're the ones this one, Mr. Phoenix, right? Huh? Is that spirit challenge or was it sham? I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy.
Okay, skill issue.
It's a sham, just like this accent. He did not yell, you hear me? You hear me, I say? Yeah. She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, nada. I am not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying.
Ha!
Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for providing or proving how absolutely guilty you are. Yeah. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time.
Very well. Make all your first witness, Miss Von Karma.
Detective Gumshoe, get up here! Now! Yeah.
Yay, Gumshoe.
Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you'll need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. There's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Pal? Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir.
All right, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony. Details of the events.
Events?
Of the events.
Is this Among Us?
The
Among Us on
events. I
trial?
kind of ran together the and events.
Now, I want to see an Among Us Phoenix Wright mashup. It is
It
true
was
that you
blue,
did
and this
vent.
proves it.
Night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out.
Indeed.
All the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines.
Indeed.
The practice session broke up around 10 p.m.
Indeed.
The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m.
Indeed.
Stop fucking saying indeed.
Okay.
The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail.
Very.
The guy was dead, too. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebra in his neck.
Skillish.
I see. He was beaten to death.
Here's the autopsy report for the victim.
The court accepts this into evidence.
He got hit real hard. That's been what it says.
A blunt object, Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, well, time to start pressing, I guess.
Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's got to be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record.
Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime?
Okay, there's something in the court record about the snow we didn't look at.
Well, there's the footprints. I remember
yeah.
there was only one set of footprints.
Or the well, yeah, there are footprints. This says footprints, but not all.
When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? All the fucking circus performers. I thought it was pretty clear. Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. So I guess it wasn't all of them. Regina the Animal Tamer, Mo the Clown, Ben the Ventriloquist, and of course, the defendant Maximilian Galactica and his victim, the Ringmaster. Oh, and I almost forgot. Regent the Tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch.
Detective, you're welcome to file a police report after these proceedings.
Well, I've already lost points.
I think those are already lost.
Oh. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired for work. Ben the Ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The Ringmaster and Max went off to the Ringmaster's room to talk privately.
Talk privately, That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you?
It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Totally meaningless! Time to move on!
Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end?
A wooden box. That's right.
Are you sure it wasn't a mimic?
The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed.
Carrying the box,
It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked.
Locked, you say?
Wooden box added to the court record. Victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. This may be my only chance, and I might as well ask some questions. This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Even though you didn't say that out loud. Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating. Why do you think it's lined with iron? I figured they just did it to make the box heavy. Oh! I think we could all do without your guesses, detective. Yeah? Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, detective.
Alright, now go back and press that and ask all the other questions. I need to know more about the box.
I'm not rereading this dialogue, even though it's not in green.
Reasonable.
Oh my lord, you're making me go through all this again? I thought it would be a quicker route to the questions. You said the box was locked. How exactly was it locked?
With a lock.
Well, it had quite a sturdy lock on it. It took quite a bit to open that bad boy up. So, when you found the box, it was locked, correct? Yes, it was. Some of the forensics team took it back to the precinct to crack it open.
I see. Continue, Detective Gumshoe.
We're gonna do all this all over again.
I'm gonna ask the same exact stuff, but then ask a different thing.
Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. I made a rhyme. So when we took it back to the station and cracked it open, all that was inside was this little bottle.
Bottle? What is that, Detective?
Cocaine, Your Honor. Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper.
Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box?
There was only one little bottle in that huge box. I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning.
Small seasoning bottle.
According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with.
You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene.
No. I bet he made it disappear with magic.
Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now.
I guess that's all we're going to get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're going to get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Yeah, I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously. But that's due to your being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy.
Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness.
I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Waterman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben, the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. One would certainly hope not, but you wouldn't get your wish. I have no idea how I did Trillo's voice. Do you have any recollection?
No. Absolutely none.
Great. Well, Trillo's voice is going to change. Unless I just happen to hit upon the right thing. Unless Gabby would like to pause really quickly and go back and check the tape.
Nah, that's what myself.
Please state your name and occupation for the record. You sure you don't want to check?
I mean, good, but that's it.
My full name is Trilloquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor.
You know, I think that's about what you did.
Okay, great.
Excuse me? The witness called his head was one Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist.
That rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with the song.
Another one, yay!
Me. The word of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you knew better than to insult the judge? Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know what your nose is? You know the reason? Yeah, that is the reason you'll never be an A-lister, that big old honker of yours. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds.
What's going on here? Order! I demand to know who the witness is.
Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this.
I'm not worried about you, but bitch, I'm worried about you. Ah!
You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness! Now let's proceed. Yes, indeed.
What you witness, bro?
Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Max the Million Galactica heading towards the scene? You're sure of that? Without a doubt. He had on a silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown.
That's right, Dress Boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime?
He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice city, but the clown can't be the culprit.
Why's that?
Here's absolute proof.
That's a hat.
Silk hat?
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Yeah. No, yeah. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's only one of his hat.
Well done, Miss Von Karma. The
That's prosecutorial.
Prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done.
He just has someone behind him in case he can't he can't get a word out. Whispers in his ear. This is the word you want, Your Honor. Thank you for stating the obvious, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you have to say? Oh, okay. I guess she's the boss again today. I thought that was Tony Danza. The clown. You're talking about Mo. Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to kneeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course.
Why was that text in green?
It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your... Oh, I guess he's talking out loud there, sorry. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Was that supposed to be her voice? Man, I'm way off the mark. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the singing to the witness! But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. I could have done without that. I should have just skipped it. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup. Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays, you're like talking to a brick wall there. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
He's the only one who said it.
Thank you. Well, you could have chimed in if you wanted a chorus.
I apologize.
I mean, I guess we could go back and we can overdub it and I'll do every case. Plus, we'll do random crowd voices. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up.
Wait, that's wrong green text.
My bad. Sorry about that, Your Honor. I'll let the lawyer talk now. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. Like his name was Jeff. There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Max and Million Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's all say it together now. silk hat, cloak, white roses, hey!
Yeah, I'm your biggest fan.
Thank you.
I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright.
Great, I'm getting shut down by a toy.
Wrong answer, bro. Press again. Down.
That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright?
Left.
Who do you suppose? How else do you suppose this witness could have seen?
I wonder. My attorney's bad.
That's a monkey. That's not my attorney's
Yeah, I
badge.
know.
I think you need your eyes checked.
Mr. Irish Pirate himself.
That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Obviously, the ringmaster has arrived to see the crowd before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone who was since could have figured that out. I really regret that voice. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, had to sin as a crime?
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Trilo wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Are we back to the beginning now?
I guess.
So did I miss something?
Mm. Well, I guess we haven't pressed
I
that.
pressed that one yet. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been... Hey, what time was it? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around... Practice ended at 10 p.m. He does that thinking thing with his hand, and I'm thinking he's thinking to himself. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looks like he's addressing to me. He looks like he's thinking. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in the weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone? Whoa, what? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can do without your offhanded series. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm on to something.
Mr. White, who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold that night?
Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back.
Yo, I think
alive and
Trilo's
lost.
died.
Am I mistaken?
Oh, I guess it's fine.
Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
Yeah. All right. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah!
That makes perfect sense.
What did you just say?
That makes perfect sense.
The witness saw the defendant as the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there's a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the... Ah! Says absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. All right. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Payne, don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quest, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose? Pardon?
What's the matter? You think the humans have a monopoly on marriage? You all play some Monopoly.
Alright. The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Yeah. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
About the proposal.
Don't be surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
No, you don't. You're going to propose, you, a puppet?
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to... Judge, you will not be proposing to her.
Exactly.
His
honor's looking a little less than honorable right now.
Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination.
What's an odd place to take it? What's with that sigh at the end?
You know, this whole romance subplot is removed in the anime.
You want to play the game?
It's literally not important.
Really? Feels like it's going to factor into
It's
the crime.
removed in the anime.
I'm surprised it doesn't factor into the crime at all.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but enough that's completely removed in the anime, apparently.
By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina. Of course that's what I meant! What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together, although that would be awesome. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it? That's the truth. I even had something to give to her. I didn't mean to read that again. Sorry, Your Honor. Got carried away. What was exactly that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give a numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Friends, this whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything.
Hit the puppet.
One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad.
We'll post on anyway.
It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to... Ow!
Yeah.
I advise you to cut this argument short.
Yeah, Pig, just shut up with that. I'm going to have to agree with the defense, sir. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring
I like to stick to facts, not words.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe who can't say sociology.
Shut the fuck up.
I planned on... Yeah, I said this already. Wait, did you press on that already? I don't think so. An engagement ring?
That's the new dialogue.
Oh, that's the new dialogue? Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's going to love it. It's just the ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's got to be something I can catch him on. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course! What a stupid question! You've got to be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry, really. You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really. So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with magic.
Can you not threaten someone while we're trying to get you off of, like...
I mean, it is a puppet, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, well...
Let's not say that destroying a puppet is up at the same level as murdering somebody.
Oh, yeah, but, like, bro, don't threaten people while trying to prove you're not
It's a puppet, he's not a person. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries.
So what about this present?
So you were still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony. That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck. The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe he should get out more.
Alright. Time to present.
At what point, though? I mean, what does it matter? I'm not catching him on anything.
I mean, we literally have the ring in our pocket.
Yeah, I know.
So we can contradict him on that, at least.
That he has it now, but I mean, it doesn't really change much. Oh, you didn't realize that you dropped it, so you must be lying about everything else.
Oh. I'm sure Phoenix will go somewhere with it. Is this your ring? Is this your monkey?
Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Have you ever been double teamed by a puppet? Do you recognize this ring?
Case.
Ah! That's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? I mean, because you stole it. Ah!
Phoenix gets arrested.
What is going on here?
Bailiff, arrest this man.
Bailiff,
That's-
shoot him.
Ben! Say something! Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room.
I actually found an actor's room.
Money's room? You mean a room they put money? Like a bank vault?
Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quest, before you avoid this slandering innocent fiats, that word?
Yeah.
In my court.
Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word.
Ah, I see. Well then.
Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things?
Trilo,
Shiny.
when this ring was stolen from you,
Well, I suppose it was. That time, you know, that night, the night of the crime.
what did you just say? Details. I need more details.
Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza.
Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct?
Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what, in my smug lawyer man pose. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That's indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point? What could that possibly be?
Ben doesn't exercise enough.
Yeah, that's really going to help the case. Why would anybody pick that?
I don't.
Unless it's really the right thing and I just screwed
It's
up.
not.
But still, there's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction? Like my accent?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the Monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene.
Well, then tell me, is this Mr. Phoenix, Wright?
I never get to talk.
Do you have any proofs that someone saw or something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Do you have any proof something didn't?
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive!
The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times, you'd think you know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, Stick Boy, and I'm sure it will change some more.
Where there is one lie, there are usually many more behind it.
Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
Is this new testimony? Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
Well, I mean, anyone could wear those.
So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max?
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring, and you went chasing after him?
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Witnessing Max.
So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
Yes.
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
He's a fucking puppet, Your Honor. Oh, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. So you saw Max coming out of the Big Top that night. Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I got completely lost. I'm so sorry. Okay, it was this one. Let me press on. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m., and you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that first.
Yeah, I'm no good at... It was 10 p.m.
10.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right, and your controller seems to have a low battery, Mr. White.
Pardon me
Feel
one
free to
second.
use the
While
USB charging
I
ports
plug it up.
underneath all the desks.
Sounds about right, because that's the time I saw Max on the scene. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. I mean, it wasn't a question, it was a statement, but... You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You've got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trilo.
Mr. Quiz, I prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside the courtroom.
Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's got to be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers?
Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand.
Aha! That hurt! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips are flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
No reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot.
Witness will assume his testimony.
I'm absolutely sure it was him. Oh wait, let me just... what do I need to do here?
I mean, maybe we have something to
Have I
do
finished
with
pressing?
No, you got.
Oh no, I'm not finished
Yeah,
pressing.
the last two.
You are 100%, absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a doubt, sure of what you just said. I told you already. Jeez, I am 100% absolutely sure.
So there's no way that he could be any more confident than that. Right? Yeah?
Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with the chorus. Everyone together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you?
But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere.
I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick? Hey, if you want to, I'll go back and overdub everybody's voice.
All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that will prove useful.
Alright, time to go to work.
So what are we showing? Well,
I don't know, I'm just looking at
Maya
this.
said we need to bluff. I don't know, maybe we can go back to the good evening and say, hey, Max hit you with a ball over the head. Why the frick would you say good evening to him? I don't know. That's my only train of thought right now. I got absolutely nothing else. Ben is the same age as Gumshoe. Bow, bow, bow. You got anything?
Well, I'm willing to go with the bottle if you want to.
That's my only thought. Oh, thank God the music stopped. It was right.
Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? Let's shoot, Judge.
What? That admission of assault and battery, we can get to that later, Judge. We're going for murder right now.
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first.
The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Wah!
Are you saying this witness is lying?
Yes.
So he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quest. Mr. White.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night?
It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
A game theory. Furthermore... What?
The correct one.
Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. Yeah, I know he was being arrogant, that's why I did the Matt Pat voice.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. Ah! Yeah, that puppet's mouth wasn't moving.
What is the word?
Well, the defense kindly explained who it was Trilo saw that evening then.
No, not the... not the fucking monkey. No.
No?
No.
It looked like it. Never mind.
If he saw Virginia, he would have proposed.
But he also would have been. He would have started. He doesn't just jump out and say, "Who will you marry me?" You make small talk first.
Well, I know who proposed, okay?
So did he see the ringmaster?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they kept showing pictures of somebody dressed up like Max, so I thought it was somebody who could have reasonably been costumed in Max's outfit. And the ringmaster's obviously much larger than Max.
Well, he still wore the outfit, apparently. I mean, it's like a cloak and hat.
Okay. Well, it just looked like a slim person. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't consider the ringmaster. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina. Why is she so cute?
No, Your Honor, we just went through that. You took points away from me. It's not Regina, obviously. If it was Regina, I wouldn't have lost those hit points a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you got a point now.
It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not?
You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Ah!
Order. How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plasma that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant as the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols.
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ah!
Thank God.
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me.
What was that?
Fine, I'll focus out tomorrow. No, why not?
Well, the witnesses endlessly repeated that he saw Max's three symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else, dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witnesses saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it's impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally want a point in this one.
Yippee.
A game point.
that is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right?
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but...
But?
Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness!
No, I don't want to.
Huh?
I know no wanna.
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond a shadow of a doubt an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. No one other. I apologize, I got to hit them myself. Yeah.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare the next witness. Court is now in recess.
Well, thanks for watching this episode of Gabby the Game. Not.com. Subscribe, go to our video, multiple.
Look your best and love everybody there. Indeed.
Good night.
Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.